Hi everyone, so today I wanted to make a slightly different video, again regarding reMarkable, but since time has been passing by, I've been trying to make a collection of comments that you guys made, other users made, and observations that I've gone through while using the device, and to kind of go through a couple of things that I think could work a little bit better, or that would be really super awesome if they were implemented. The whole point of it is to see what you guys think, and if you have any additional input on how differently these things could be solved, or what would you like to see more out of the reMarkable tablet. So let's get going. Alright, so first thing is something that I have already mentioned before in my last video, and I think that the new page functionality of being able to insert, add, reorder pages, copy pages, and do all of these things should be possible actually to do in a document as well. Another thing I think that would be very useful is that now that we have search functionality, which works really well, it would be really cool if we could have like recent search history per document, because I have found myself going into several documents over and over again and searching for the same few things. So I think that when you actually go within a document and you go to search, that you should have your 5-10 last searches per document stored, so that you can just have a little bit more convenience when dealing with documents. Right now we can sort by size, name, and last updated. However, there's like a couple of things missing. It would be really cool if I had sort by time created, but also the ability to switch between ascending and descending, because right now if I just went to either last updated, size, or name, so for example name will go from A to Z, it would be good to switch it so it goes Z to A. So if we have, for example, size from largest to smallest, or smallest to largest, etc, etc. So basically just to have an option to switch between ascending, descending sort type. As far as notebooks go, I've noticed one thing. We can sort by last saved. So that means that reMarkable apparently has some way of tracking time and date internally. And I think that would be really, really cool to expose that to notebooks, so that you can have, for example, ability to show a time and date stamp for a notebook page. This can be useful in diaries, schoolwork, again research, note-taking, or anything like that. And it would be extremely useful as well if you could actually sort or filter through pages within a notebook by time when they were created. That would be really cool, and it would be also nice to have an option to embed, like in a header or a footer of a notebook page, time and date, so that we can actually stamp them with time and date. Another thing that I think would really increase the functionality of the device are bookmarks. I think they need a thorough revision. Current functionality of bookmarks should be renamed to favorites, and I think several other users also agreed, because simply now when you bookmark something, it's actually just making a whole document as a favorite. It's not possible to actually bookmark a page in a document. That's exactly what you need. So I can see this being needed and used in many other professions, from science, medical, school, whatever you want. I mean, any research or anything that you're doing, bookmarking a specific page would be really needed. It would be extremely useful that you can do it like bookmark from the page of a document or a notebook. Like bookmarking a notebook, it would be really cool as well. And that you can name the bookmark, or maybe tag it, or do anything like that. And tagging really seems interesting, because then it could pop up in search results as well, and that would be really cool if you're searching for a term and then your bookmarks also pop up. That's really, really funky. And it would be also very, very useful to be able to create a structure of your bookmarks if they work, for example, like in Chrome, so that you can have folder structure, subfolder structure for your bookmarks, and that way you can actually organize the whole thing that you're working on. And I think that's something that really would elevate the overall experience to yet another level of professional use. This thing I think would be very, very useful. I found myself, especially when going to, if you have like a deeper folder structure, like I do, for example, here. So I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 or 5 levels of folders. And if you have a lot of documents, then just filtering by documents, again, is really not that practical because I have hundreds of them. Of course, folders help a lot. But one thing that I think would be really cool is that if you imagine that this filter section is moved a little bit down, and under My Files that you have, for example, recent files, and you click on that and then it displays, I don't know, 10 last accessed files that you had, be it notebooks, documents, or anything like that. That would be really cool, because upon restarting your reMarkable, sometimes you have to dig a little bit deep. It's not a big thing at all, but I think it just convenience sake it would speed things up. So you just click on recent files, you have your list of 10 most recent files that you've accessed, and you just go ahead and continue working on from where you were. Additionally, I think it would be really fun if you could have an option to actually customize and add your favorite folders, shortcuts to your favorite folders here on the side, so that you can actually customize and say, like, I don't know, in an option here, add to quick access or quick launch or whatever. That would be very cool, because then you can, instead of going inside here and then inside here and then inside here, and maybe I just want this folder to be here. That's just a small thing, of course, but a bunch of little small things always amount to something a little bit more meaningful. As far as the mobile and desktop app go, they are not really there yet, and there's actually not so many feature requests as some fundamental functionality that should be in place. And my main concern is regarding how you import files. Currently, it's still not possible to import multiple files, and more importantly, if you have a folder structure and you try to import documents into that folder, it exhibits a weird bug-like behavior. Basically, you import a document and nothing happens, seemingly. The document has been imported, but to the root of the device, not into the folder that was selected. That's confusing and not really practical. And especially it's problematic that you can't import multiple files at the same time in a desired location. That's something that should definitely be improved to get the overall user experience on level with where the actual device is now. Lastly, I think there's something that we could really use to elevate this thing to another level, and it has to do with how the layers are dealt with. So just bear with me here. So we do have functionality of layers now much improved, which is quite nice. By default, we do understand, most of us do understand, that e-ink displays are by the very nature grayscale, so they're actually black and white, and there's no ability to actually display color. However, that shouldn't prevent us from being able to assign a specific color per layer, so that when it's exported onto another device, like as a PDF, and you open that PDF on a computer or a display that actually is a color display, that you see the notes that you've written in color. So how would that work? For example, if you added another layer here, and then in layer options that you can actually choose a color from preset colors: red, green, blue, cyan, magenta, yellow, pink, purple, whatever, those basic ones. And basically you say, like, okay, my layer is now color red, and if I go ahead and start writing my remarks that I have for something that's been scribbled here. So my meaning remarks. When this is actually exported and you open this document, that these remarks are displayed in the chosen color. In this case, that would be red. I think that would be extremely useful, and it would actually elevate the functionality of the device hugely, because you can do so many things, and not just notes. Because if we add the thing I talked about before, if you remember in one of much older videos, when I talked about the tools, the ability to have tools to draw a line, a circle, a horizontal line, vertical line, and basic shapes and kind of field tool, just to have some basic drawing tools available. If those two would be combined, like the colors and the shapes, then you would actually get a lot more functionality out of this device, and it would again elevate it to yet another level, which would be very, very cool. So that's my take on features and improvements that could be made on reMarkable paper tablet as it is now. I think that some of these, or all of these, would actually elevate the device to become even more professional and more versatile in its use. And since it is a very niche type of a product, and paper tablet for paper people, let's remember that was the initial slogan, which I really love. That means that we're talking about people who do research, academia, science, medicine, psychiatry, whatever you could call it, and of course school and other things as well. And then also you have the whole other area of people drawing, sketching, doodling, and with those improved tools with the lines, shapes, and everything else, you would be able to actually do a heck of a lot with a beautiful little device like this. So I'm really interested to hear your guys' opinions. What do you think about these things? Are there any other features that you think would be useful? And yeah, I'm just interested in your take on this. Thanks again for watching, and thank you so much for the support and for comments and everything. It really means a lot. Consider subscribing if you haven't, and like the video if you like it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next week. Bye!